4 o'clock news on the streets 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, an 11-year-old child is among 7 shot in Malik. A teacher is beaten and robbed at her Rio Claro home. Woman shot in the foot in Port of Spain, and internationally 4 dead during protest over high electricity costs in South Africa. And now the news in detail. An 11-year-old girl was among 7 people who were shot in Malik last night. According to reports, around 10:15, a group of men were liming in a yard at 9th Street, 6th Avenue, Malik, when a vehicle stopped in front of them. 2 men came out of the vehicle and fired several shots toward the group before fleeing the scene. The 7 who were shot were taken to hospital for treatment. No one was killed in the incident. Meanwhile, 1 woman was shot in the foot on Sunday in Port of Spain. The 27-year-old of Eastern Quarry, Laventille, was injured around 1:18 a.m. while standing in front of Harry's Punch Cart outside New City Mall, Independence Square. The woman was reportedly caught in a shootout between officers of the Besson Street police station and an unknown man. The woman was shot in her right foot. And a 57-year-old teacher was beaten and robbed at gunpoint at her Rio Claro home on Sunday. The woman told investigating officers that she was at her Riverside Road, Farnrose Village, Rio Claro home when 2 masked men, one armed with a gun and the other with a crowbar, entered and announced a holdup. The gunmen demanded cash and jewelry. The female teacher was beaten and tied up while the men ransacked the house. She was relieved of a quantity of cash, a cell phone, jewelry, car keys, and other items. Meanwhile, churches across the island will start going back into communities to hold prayer vigils. This as the country grapples with a frightening crime wave that has already seen over 300 murders for the year thus far. The series of national prayers are set to take place over the next 2 years and will end on Easter Monday in 2022. Drivers are advised of a temporary traffic disruption as a result of road works along Lady Young Avenue from Lady Young Road to Dos Santos in Movar. In an update, the Ministry of Works and Transport said works take place from today, Tuesday, August 2nd, until August 8th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The ministry said the disruption is necessary in order to facilitate road works. Drivers are advised to proceed with caution and to observe all directional signs and barriers and to heed the instructions of officers and officials on site. Finally, on the international scene, at least 4 people have died during protests over the high cost of electricity in a South African town. On Monday, residents angry at the high cost of basic services blocked roads with burning tires and set ablaze a municipal building. Authorities said 2 people were killed in alleged police shootings after the protest broke out. Protests over poor services occur regularly in South Africa, which is battling some of the highest unemployment and crime rates in the world. Electricity cuts have also become frequent in recent months as the national utility company Eskom battles high debts and a labor strike. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the street 919 FM and online, Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines, an 11-year-old child is among 7 shot in Malik. Teacher beaten and robbed at her Rio Claro home. Woman shot in the foot in Port of Spain, and internationally 4 dead during protest over high electricity costs in South Africa. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. I am Vanessa Thomas.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com. Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. The street 919fm.com.
up your seat, make your whole day a treat. Say a kind word, don't ever be absurd. It feels so good when you're doing something good for somebody. Oh yeah. It feels so good when you're doing something good for somebody. A big